I'd love to ask you a couple of questions about what you do and how you decide what film's going to make it, what film's not, and is it specific? Do you make different choices for this festival than you might for another one?
Sure. Okay, I'm dedicated to the shorts and to the experimental aspects. So what I was showing to you, Eden's Arc is part of the FNC Lab. And then FNC Lab is a very important part of the festival for me, because you can call it in a way the new cinema. It's where we put the things that are not for the moment, but that has these famous possibilities for the future. So when you're programming in a festival, you have to programming on a certain idea of the festival, an editorial line. That's why if you're programming here, it can be different if you're programming elsewhere. I always say that you're not programming what you like, you're programming what you think that can be understood in this context. So, for example, the shorts are in 3 different parts of the festival. There is a competition. It's not. You can't put that just normal shorts in a way. I don't know what is normal, but you know, for example, the shorts shown in Clermont-Ferrand, it's a certain idea of the shorts. Here, because you're in a festival of features, if you want the shorts to exist, they have to be different. So we try to, in the competition, to give some selection some shorts on the board, you know, on the board. For me, in a way, cinema is the place to explore borders. So these shorts are kind of exploration of borders. We are also shorts in the focus section. The focus section is dedicated to works from here, Canada or Quebec, and perhaps these sometimes are more classical, what you can consider as a short, but it's very important to have them because you have also the directors, and you can't make a festival without all these people and all these people who say it's their festival. This kind of it's very important that this festival belongs to everybody, and especially to the artist and the viewers. We're just in the middle, in a way. As a programmer, you're taking the voice of the artist to give to the viewer and back. The festival for me, especially in the 21st century, at the era of digital, is dedicated to meetings between works, between people and works, between artists and works, between artists and viewers, and all the meetings you can imagine. But for me, probably it's the most important word for a festival.
Which one?
Meetings. I don't
For
know
which?
if it's the right word, but
Une rencontre.
Yeah, une rencontre.
Et go back to the line about just 2 sentences before, just to connect it. Just went off when you said about the people in Google Earth connecting with the Disney Disney thought.
Okay, so the Disney smile and the Google people, in a way, have the same sense of the world. A very naive and positive thinking of the world. You can have the world in your garden, and it's very seductive. We all go to Google Earth to see the big canyon or to see the pyramids in Egypt, but in the same time it's very monstrous, because even if the world seems to be now closer, there's a very big distance now, because there's so many layers of senses between the world and us. So this subjectivity, in this case, not the subjectivity I was talking about before, can be the enemy, because everything worth everything. So you have to be very clever to take to have in the same time a very ludic sense of what you're doing, but a very reflexive sense. And it's like a festival. You have to take the time to make a distance, to have the reflection about what you're doing, about what is the world.
Wow. And one more question. What experience, what brought you to this function in the festival? Who are you to do what you do?
It's a very strange question because I want to say I was there by chance. I'm an engineer. I have nothing to do with this world at the beginning. And because I came 20 years ago to Quebec, it was a moment of all the possibilities. And I decided to change. I've been to anthropology and then to cinema, and then I began to write, so I'm a critic. And it's as a critic, as the editor-in-chief of the catalog, as I come to the festival.
The entire catalog?
Yeah, editor. I was writing text. And then the head of the festival asked me to do a programmation. So, it begins like that. But the real question is why I'm staying. And I'm staying because of the works, because of this very difficult summer, because to see 500 works, not 1,500 works, is not healthy in a way. But in the same time, there's 200 of them who are making you alive. So each summer I'm alive, de nouveau. And in a way, it's these works that give me the sense to continue because I'm changing with them.
So the nature of your work is fluid.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the continuity until my death.
So no more. So you're an engineer of films.
Yeah, exactly.
Mais c'est cool. Mais merci beaucoup.
The first time I'm making a philosophy in English now.
Moi j'aime, mais c'est cool. Merci beaucoup.